Oh, I forgot to. I better take your thing.
You're gonna have to sign Allentown chat.
University of Care, a complete academic health system from private More than 75 specialties, from neurological care to advancing cancer care at Emory Anderson Cancer Center in Cooper. With patients from 80 states and 35 countries, people trust Cooper as their first choice. Cooper, committed, compassionate, complete. Tomorrow on ET, Angelina Jolie back in action and counting down to her Marvel movie debut.
Hello, Marvel. The whole thing. I'm thrilled.
It's a place that inspires the dreamers, the overachievers, a place where they can follow the path, as well as the ones who blaze through. So letting go of the trouble, or rise above it all. Visit Bucks County and be inspired.
Casino 4 right on your phone with the Casino app. Live dealers mitigate action all at your fingertips. You can do it live dealer. It's an interactive way to get in the game and feel it. Casino players can get a 100% bonus on their first deposit.
Okay, you're signed in. Is that Bobby there? All right, you could sit here.
It was muted.
Hey, Marty.
Yeah,
Dolly, how are you?
Hi, we're good.
Hank, stick around.
Hmm?
Stick around. I don't know.
Here's Johnny Rebick, Dennis Carter.
Right, right.
Can everybody hear me? This is Rick, under the guise of Frank D'Angelo.
Rick, I can hear you. It's John.
Okay.
I can hear you. It's Marty.
All right, Marty.
I got you, Rick. It's Mark.
Okay. I think we're good then. Yeah. I'll be coming in under Frank's sign-in tonight.
You guys look alike.
He's slightly more handsome. Snyder,
Branson, you need new glasses.
Snyder, nice win tonight, Snyder. You got to unmute my Eric if you want to say something.
Yeah. I thought I was on the, I said that was a great game. You guys did a great job behind the plate.
Thank you.
That was, kept the game. I mean, there was very few other than our hit by pitches.
Yeah. Get him swinging.
Yep. And you did. And they knew it.
All right, it is 7:45. I got a feeling we're not gonna have too terribly big a turnout here. So let's get started. Basically, I think the only thing we're here for is
No, I'm not staying.
to see,
In the other room if you need me.
okay, thanks, Dolly. The only thing to talk about really is, are we looking at, officers for next year? Otherwise, I know John had mentioned, John's isn't doing it. Bob's not doing it. As far as vice president, John is secretary treasurer, myself as interpreter. We all stepped in for the year here. Mark, you want to address anything since you're the only officer that is going to be serving next year?
I'd hate us, to see consolidation. I know we have 27 or 30 members. I just like the camaraderie of our chapter and not joining one another chapter. I hope some other members step up and, want to take some of these positions.
So we want to, John, you want to call for nominations, I guess? I guess we should do that, huh?
Yeah, Rick, I guess, we should, I have one or two things if I could go before.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Right.
That's all right. I just have one or two things before make sure the attendance, because I know I saw two guys from outside the chapter and I got them, Donna Warner and Roddy Hartle. But our guys, just make sure you sign that chat thing because I'm trying to write names so I get everybody. Just give you a quick treasurer's report so guys know what we got going here. Beginning of the year, we started with $804.30. We had $68.88 that went to Rick because he purchased like a camera that he needed for to do these meetings. I actually refunded $65 to four guys, and I think I told you that in the beginning: Tim Boyd, John Edwards, Bruce Weinacher, and Mike Pinella, because that was their dues they paid for last year, and it just sit there. And with not collecting any dues this year, I felt it was only right to give them their $65 back. And today, I went and I got a basket. Those of you that were on the last Zoom, Stan Herster, passed away, and I got a basket from Jenny's gift baskets by the fairgrounds. Cookies, crackers, all that kind of stuff that they're sending to the home. So I spent $61.12. Stan's been a member since 1976. So you can see that he was one of the very, very old members in our chapter in terms of number of years served as an umpire. So as of tonight, just so that guys have an idea, we have $414.30. So there's money there. We didn't charge any dues this year, so we're good. And that's the two things I wanted to just say to make sure with the attendance, and then just give everybody kind of an update on the treasury report. But as Rick indicated, the biggest thing here is we got to have guys step up. I did it for umpteen years, got away from it. Bobby convinced me to come back this year, as he did and as Rick did. But, I'm only looking to stay in baseball maybe another year, and I'm heading out. So I don't want to do the secretary job, treasurer job anymore. And as Bobby and Rick have said, they also feel that they probably don't want to stay on top of it. Mark has volunteered to certainly stay, but we need some guys to step up, and I'll certainly help somebody with what you have to do and things like that. But that's my little plea for guys to try to step up. So if we have anybody that wants to open nominations, I guess that's probably what we should do.
Hey, John, just make sure Joe Zimmerman and Alec Galley sign in on the chat so they get credit for this meeting.
I saw their names. I put them down. So I
Okay.
got that too. Yeah. Thank you, Bobby.
Well,
Okay, and
as far as the interpreter's job too, I'd be willing to help out with that. I also would be willing, if we want to utilize the website, I'd be willing to run that, as long as the interpreter, gave me the information to put up on the website. I would certainly be willing to do that. And again, help out with any of the technology aspects of it.
Is there anybody out there, Mark, you may want to ask this to see if anybody's interested in vice president, secretary, treasurer, and interpreter. So throw it out there to see if any of these other guys want to step up. Because if not, we're probably going to combine with another chapter.
Is there anybody else out there in our chapter interested in vice president, secretary, and interpreter and treasurer?
Well, and I'm guessing, John, we had talked about just leaving them vacant and sending that to the PIAA and then see where things go during the course of the summer and the off season.
That would be my only suggestion. I'm gonna put Mark Ferentzen. If we get nothing tonight and we get nothing in the next, maybe week, I have to send an end of the year report to PIAA. When I send the end of the year report to PIAA, I have to list the officers. Well, if I have to send it, I'm only going to put Mark Ferentzen's name on there. I'm not putting my name. If Bobby doesn't want his name and Rick doesn't want his name, those spaces are going to be blank. All the material will probably get to Mark. That's all I could say, because my name's not going on. We kind of alerted this to the beginning of the year when we were on our first Zoom way back in February. So guys have had a chance to think from February till May about helping out and stepping up. So that's what would happen. And meetings, I'll probably, I don't know how the meeting stuff's going to go. I'm supposed to put meetings down for next year. I'll probably put the Woodlawn down just to put it down so we have something. That probably could change, obviously, like it did this year, if we continue to go with the Zoom meetings, but I got to put stuff down to send to them. So my thing is probably Mark Ferentzen's name. If nobody else, then the other officers are blank. I'll get 9 dates from Ronnie. I'll put them down as Woodlawn Fire Company for now and go with it.
I'll share an email, shortly after this meeting, leaving the fact that we did not come to any resolution as far as other officers. And like you said, John, maybe wait a week or two and see if we see if something transpires.
Yeah, I can hold off. It's only May 3rd, I have to have it in, kind of by the end of the month. So I have, probably two to 3 weeks to hold off. And then I would, we get to about May 20th, that either somebody's going to figure it out by then. If not, then it's going. I don't want to sound callous, but I did this thing and you guys have done it, Rick and Bobby, for I don't know how many years. And, I'm just at a point where, like I said, I'm ready to get out of baseball and it's somebody else's time and turn.
Any last calls as far as officers? Otherwise, we'll take questions. If anybody has any questions about actual umpiring that transpired since the last meeting, anything officer wise before we. All right, do we take any questions on baseball that we need before we wrap this up? Any plays, any things that came down the line this week?
Hey, Rick, you want to talk about the situation with some abusive fans at all? With these guys, if you don't mind.
Correct. And the situation, I think, was handled the way it needed to be handled. You need to get the game management involved if there is abusive, especially the language that was used apparently, so that certainly some kind of game management needs to be there and needs to address the issue. My understanding was in the game that the fan was ejected. The officials were escorted. However, the police left, and right after they got to the car, and the fans still gave them some issues in the parking lot afterwards, which is unacceptable. So if that happens, make sure you get an escort, make sure the escort stays until you leave. And of course, report it to the assigner immediately, with Bill in the Colonial League, and of course, Frank and everywhere else. Has anybody had run into any other situations like that besides the one that we were made aware of? I think I may have had some of you guys muted. That can you unmute yourself now? If there's anybody who wants to talk, I might have had you guys muted. I'm not sure, since I'm kind of new to this. You should be able to unmute yourself if you have any comments or questions. Anything? Raise your hand if you're having a problem with that. I guess there's a raise your hand also down at the, or put something in the chat. I think I allowed everybody to unmute themselves.
Rick, just remind them, they go down to reactions,
Right.
click on it. You can put your hand up to raise or thumbs or whatever you need to do.
Okay, I think I just found allow participants to unmute themselves. So if you're trying to unmute yourself, try now and see if it works. Eric, can you unmute yourself just to,
Yep.
okay, all right, so we're good. All right.
Yep.
No questions or comments here. If not, unless somebody else has something, Mark, if you want to wrap this up, I mean, I have nothing else as we wrap up the season. I will send at least an email reminder, at least weekly over the next 2 or 3 weeks, John, and then we'll see where we are towards the end of May.
Oh, Rick, I do have one thing.
Go ahead.
We were talking today about moving our Moravian game up to tomorrow because the weather's supposed to be going to be bad on Wednesday. And Tommy Mull said there's like no umps for tomorrow. Is that, I know we talked about that in the beginning of the year, but the AD from Moravian called Pencil and he said, I'm sorry, we have nobody.
And my understanding on Tuesdays are probably the busiest day of the week. And I know that's happened a couple of other Tuesdays of the
It's
week.
happening.
He's probably
Because of background check and all that other stuff.
right. So my guess is he's not giving you a line.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I think we talked about it. That's at one point there were one day where we had six JV games with one umpire.
Wow.
So I'm afraid you're right, Eric.
Yep. It's the road we're going.
Yep. So anything else for the good of the order, guys?
All right, I guess
Send out an email, Mark, if you want to wrap this up. And I'll let everybody know where we still stand, which is basically where we were at the beginning of the year, I guess.
I want to thank everybody for a good season and joining tonight's meeting. And I hope the guys reconsider. And, you know, we got a good chapter. Allentown PIAA chapter has been around for a long time. We're well respected. I'd hate to see us, combine with another chapter. I love the camaraderie. I love the group of guys we have. Hopefully people will change their mind.
Okay. Anything else, guys? All right. Have a good night, good week, good umpiring. Call strikes. All right. Take care.
See ya.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.